there, lovelies. It's Shani Haynes here from Adelaide, South Australia, and I'm going to show you, welcome to my Fast and Fabulous Friday, and I actually said it right this time. I'm going to show you some really exciting things from the new mini catalogue that's coming. It'll be available, it says July, but it's actually not going to be available to everybody until next month, August, because of shipment delays from overseas. So don't get confused by that, but it's going to be available up until end of December. I can't open it for you, but my customers have got theirs on their way, their catalogue, and if you want a catalogue and want to become one of my customers, please let me know and I will happily send you one anywhere around Australia for free. And there's also a celebration booklet that will come with that as well, which means if you, and that is actually going to start in 3rd of August. This celebration is if you spend for every $90 you spend on a product from this catalogue or the annual catalogue, you can pick out a goodie from here for free. And if you spend up to $180, you can get a stepped up goodie, so something worth a bit more. So that's something, it's always a good time of the year to get those products. Also, it's a good time to join with me because you'll get an extra free product of your, I have to find out what it is, I can't remember, but you'll get something extra, I'll find out. Anyway, this is the card that I made this morning, just now, Fast and Fabulous. It is, that's where the sentiment, that's where you can do your writing. This is such lovely paper, look at the shimmery on that. And what I used from the new catalogue, I can't show you the catalogue, but I can show you a product from the catalogue, is this Christmas stamp set, Peaceful Dear. Now this arrived yesterday in a great big wonderful box. Hi Shelley, hi Marissa. And I've only just opened it this morning. I was too tired, I was in the garden and I just couldn't get inside I didn't even check everything off my list that I just wanted to open this packet. So you've got these gorgeous deers. These two coordinate with, I beg your pardon, this one coordinates with the punch, which is here. And it's also got little antlers that you can stamp out, punch out and add. And I think, I'm guessing that dot would be his eye. I'm guessing that's his eye. Anyway, just to have a look at the font, it's quite cute because it's sort of a little bit handwritten. And my ink was quite juicy and it's really handwritten. Anyway, let me show you how I made this card. I just had a card base as normal size card base, and I've cut a rectangle out of it. And this can be used for something else, isn't it lovely? It's got those stitched lines on it. So this die came from Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I used the second largest rectangle, but seriously you can use any rectangle or shape you like, it does not really matter. So, but that's a good one. So that's the Stitched So Sweetly dies. This is my come-to, I love these. Right, so I've cut my square out, my rectangle out, going to fold and burnish my card. It's always handy to have, if you're going to do a Fast and Fabulous day, have all these card bases cut. That's a good time saver. I have a whole heap cut in my drawer. Now the next thing I'm going to do is put a piece of acetate or window sheet. Now I've cut that just under the size of the card. So you can use your eye or measurements. I'm not going to give measurements because some are centimetres, some are inches, and this is a fast card. No time for that. I think you would have a rhythm or a pattern to the sizes that you use. Our cards are roughly 6 by 4 inch, so this is just under that. Okay, so this bit's not so fast. you might have a different way of attaching your acetate. I don't recommend glue. Glue has nowhere to go on the acetate. The acetate can't absorb the glue, so the double-sided tape, tear and tape, is sort of the best that I find. Oh, from France, Marie. Bonjour. So, take off your sticky. I'll let you look at the card while I'm making this because this bit's not so interesting. Oops, and he didn't stick at all. There we go. There we are. Okay, so I've got all the stickies off. And open your card nice and flat. Now, of course, you can cut a smaller piece. You could probably get 2 pieces out of that. But the reason, I'll tell you why I did a full sheet of acetate was because once you've cut the rectangle out, this card's quite flimsy. It's quite thin once it's lost that strength. So this gives back the strength. Okay. Now, it is a fast card. If you wanted to hide these lines, you could cut another shape like this and put it over the top, but this is a fast cut, so we're not going to do that. The next thing I did was use my freebies. Now these are called the Peaceful Prints. Peaceful Prints, and you get 12 sheets. This is if you spend $90 or more, you get a pack of these Christmas paper. And if you're a red and green person, this will be right up your alley. It's actually quite nice. I'm not traditionally a red and green person, but I actually don't mind this. And then you've got your cute Ds, which also coordinate with the punch. And then this is cute birch. I like the birch. So what I used was this gingham, excuse me, was this gingham paper. But look on the back, it's got reindeers. Isn't that adorable? So I had to make a decision. I wanted a neutral looking card. You could easily put any colour behind if you wanted a pop of colour. I tried every colour. They all looked great, but I wanted a neutral looking card. So I've cut myself another piece of the gingham, but this time I might use the deer. I couldn't decide whether I wanted the deer or the gingham behind it. So I'm going to do the deers this time. It's not a bad idea to start your Christmas cards soon. I know some of you watching, Jodie, hello Jodie, and Shelley, are coming in 2 weeks' time to my Christmas in July, and I'm so excited because my package has arrived and we can make some new things. Okay, so I'm going to use my punch. Now, punching out thick sparkly paper, which is what this is from the Bee Dazzling. This is another freebie. It's a 6x6 pack. You get 8 pieces of this gorgeous paper, and it's almost like tiny sequins. I thought it'd be like the glimmer paper, but it's not. It's just a little bit different, and it's not quite silver and it's not quite gold, because if you look at this gold ribbon, it's not gold, is it? Like compared to that. So it's a lovely, I think it's a universal one. Now, punching out normally with this punch, to open your punch, if you've never had a punch before, comes closed like that. You hold it and slide that open, and it opens up. Okay, to close it, push it closed, hold it tight, and then close it. Okay. If this falls out, don't panic. Close it and put it back in. Sometimes it can. Now, punching out this sort of paper, it's tougher, it's thicker, and you're going to have to be more forceful. I wouldn't recommend using it a lot on punches, but because it's just a one-off deer that I'm doing this morning, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have to push harder, Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste a bit of the paper because I don't want the reindeer antlers. I just want the deer. So I'm going to do a really, really, really hard push. Ah. So you've got to, when you punch with this, at any time, you've got to have real attitude. Really, really work it. And here we have a gorgeous deer. Yes, you need some of that paper, Shelley. It is gorgeous. It's so much better than I thought it was. I nearly didn't get it. I thought, no, I don't want any more glimmer paper, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm so glad I got it. Always surprises me. Okay, so the deer gets put on the front like that, and just because I can, I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. Also, I think it would be easier than glue. I think glue is going to make a mess, and this is so much quicker because it's dry. Oops, look at that. Did you see that? Oh, now I've got stickies all over me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, of course, you can have your, I've already got my paper in, but you could have your deer that way, or you could have it that way. And you could have a whole lot of deers jumping over. I mean, it's endless, the ideas you could do. One thing I didn't do on here, which I forgot, was to show you, where's my, have I got any scrap paper? Hang on. Okay, I've got a little bit of scrap. When you open your deer, you can see the surprise is gone. You can see the dimensionals. It's not very nice. I meant to do this on the other one. Get some scrap, punch another deer. So there's the antlers, you can see. They look gorgeous, don't they? Where's my deer? The back onto the floor. Okay. So, to hide that other deer side, you can duplicate. You can do any colour. I think white is safer because if you don't get it stuck exactly, it may show on the other side. Now, I haven't done this, it's just an idea, but we'll see if it works. Line him up. So you've got this other deer. So when you, yeah, that's good, you can't really see it. So when you open it, you haven't got the dots. Okay, so there we go. Now, just to finish off, oh, we're going to stamp. So with the stamps, I used Merry Christmas and Sending Love This Season. This time I'm going to try It's the Best Time of Year, just for something different. We'll get the stamps out. It's the best time of the year. There we go. Isn't it great the new stamp sets have the picture stuck on the back with the photopolymer, so you can see exactly how to put your stamps back safe and clean. Okay, I'm just going to take off that one. When you pick up your photopolymer, always lay it flat on the flat surface and pick it up with your base. That ensures, especially the photopolymer, that ensures no air bubbles, no distortion. I'm using Crumb Cake, and it's pretty juicy. I re-inked it, and I'm going to have to go really lightly on it. Always test it when it's a brand new stamp, especially if you're going straight onto your work. I chose to go right in the centre because it's a clean classic style card, and that's come out quite good. On the back of the card, because that's where the sentiment and people can write their message, I'm doing Sending Peace. Now, there's no reason why you can't stamp some sweet deers. We could see what this one looks like. Might as well have a play, hey? We could put this sweet deer. You could stamp and punch it, or you could just, let's see if I can pick up the deer with this. You can just stamp it and punch it out and stick it, or you could stamp it. Oh, that's lovely. So I'm going to put my little deer here. I should have used a mat, rubber mat. It's come out okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, that's the fun of doing lives without testing stuff. I've got this lovely twiny trim. It's called Simply Elegant Trim. you get a silver and a gold. And this is in the current catalogue, if I'm correct. And just to add it, if you don't have this, you could always add a little, you don't need any more bling, really, there's heaps there. But if you wanted to, you could add some diamantes or something if you don't have the trim. You could also use, oh, how am I going to get that tight? You could also use, just mind me, I'm trying to do two things at once here. You could also use linen thread if you don't have this stuff. Oh. Doing a double knot with I'm hopeless, especially with these silly nails. I have to get them cut off. Okay, so that's not very tight. That's pretty crap, but I will fix that later. But you do get the picture of, and I'm not going to do a bow this time, I'll trim that. But you do get the picture on how simple and quick that card really is, but effective because it's got a little bit of an element, a fun thing to it. So that's your Fast and Fabulous for today, for Friday. Hi Kelly, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.